Welcome back to another AB Summer Target with the hockey coach, Coach Renshi, directly for the beautiful country of Thailand on amazing great Tuesday night, July 29, 2025. Oh, coach, you said you're not going to be back until Wednesday. You're right, but I cannot take day off. I don't know why, but I'm bored if I don't work. So I create videos, I do some work, and I said I need to back live stream. So we'll be back tonight. Will be maybe a short show tonight, but we'll be back tomorrow night with Marco Larabi for the Wednesday night. Off Thursday, back again Friday night. It's going to be the last week of the summer where we're not going to have a lot of live streams. Starting next week, we're going to pick it up a little bit. And when I'm going to move in August, there'll be a couple of days off. But look like possible I will have the internet over there before I go there. We'll see what's happening there. But really, really happy to see all of you with me tonight. I don't expect too many people, but the most important things, the quality of the people in the chat. And we have a lot of great things to talk about tonight about the Montreal Canadiens and NHL news. Not many news, honestly, but we have some rumor for the Montreal Canadiens also. And we're going to talk about the salary cap, the projection of the salary cap for the Montreal Canadiens in 2029. I like to do some homework. And maybe you can give me some homework. If you're looking for something specific, let me know. I will do some search and create some kind of video about that. So my next is going to be the NHL draft, the last 15 years, what happening. So it will be a great place to go that. Here we go. First goal at the beginning of the game, right away there. Larry Lavalley got a breakaway goal. Thank you. I mean, I believe scored the first goal of the night. We're going to give an assist to PLW. PLW is not here, and he leave us a comment said, "I'm on vacation right now, coach. I'm not going nowhere, just a vacation." I wish PLW would be with us. We have a lot of things to talk about, baseball, everything with the sport. PLW, he knows about everything. I'm going to give the second pass, the secondary pass on the Larry Lavalley goal on the Gary Cournoyer, the best driver UPS around the world, is on sideline. I still believe 2 more weeks before we return on the brown truck in Montreal City. Look like it's hot in Montreal. I watched the tennis today. Well, today. Last night for me, but it looked like it's hot in the east of the USA and at Montreal at this moment. It's hot here in Thailand, by the way. It's 94 every day. And, but, look like la panicule. This is la panicule en français. Je ne sais pas. But be careful when it's hot. That's the only thing I can tell you about this. Here we go. Let's see what we got in the chat. PLW, like I said, Gary C in the house. Larry scored a goal. Welcome back. Roy for Bangkok is in the house tonight. Roy feel the heat in Bangkok. Sandeman, welcome back in the house. And hopefully doing well. Guy, back de retour avec nous ce soir. Guy. Welcome back, Guy. Guy, take a couple of days off. Glad to see you around. Zeph from Vietnam or Philippines is with us. Good morning, Zeph. Hopefully doing well. And the weather over there is pretty good. Talk about weather. The best place in Colorado. And that's the reason CG knocked the door tonight from the Colorado Avalanche. Steve, downtown and Denver. Wait for the Pioneer to come back on the ice. Dan Ogilvy. Dixon, welcome back in the house. Hopefully you're doing well. If you don't know Dixon, guys, but we talk about the Dixon automobile directly from Ontario. And he have his own introduction. It's like a reliever pitcher at the end of the game. They play their own music, or do you have a pinch hitter, you have your own music. For us, we have Dixon music when you show up in the house. The GT Ford 440 for Mr. Dixon. Hopefully doing well. A big fan of the Montreal Canadiens. His wife, a big fan of Toronto Maple Leafs. So I don't know what's going on, but it is what it is. Where is Dak? We don't see him in Brassard with the other players. He is having a setback and the rehab or something else. I don't really know. I make contact with Tim Turk. But he did not respond to me. So we'll see what happened with Kirby Dak. I have no answer for that one. You know, he's not the only one. He's not around the Montreal Canadiens. We hear more the name because they are around in Brassard. But yeah, other players, guys, are not around the teams on the summer. They go back home and they do some kind of other things to do. And hopefully he's going to be ready for the upcoming season. It's not a red flag here. Jeff Gordon said his knee was fine. So maybe he's on the ice in Thunder Bay, and we don't know. So hopefully he'll be ready for the upcoming season for the Quebec heat wave. Here we go. That's happening there. La canicule. La panicule. La canicule. Zef, merci beaucoup. What about Randy Walkman? Is it hot in Alberta, Mr. Randy? Cole and Calgary. Here we go. Ron with Kings back from Utah. Couple of days off by Ron, moderator of the Hockey National Show. Thanks to be with us, Ron. I don't know what's going on with Luciano, but hopefully he's doing well for that one. The big fan of the Kings and the Utah. For that, it's feel like 42 and Brockville today. Here we go. It's hot. A lot of plays. You remember? Yes, Dan. Of course, I remember. Is that a UPS truck, Gary? It is, Larry. How about that? So tonight, very nice in Calgary. Something like that, Randy. Tonight we're going to talk about the last news around the NHL, the rumor, the World Junior Summer Showcase recap, day number 1, day number 2, and the day number 3 today. Canada intra scrimmage happening today. If I'm going to talk about this tonight, I'm going to talk about if you follow my video daily, you can see, guys, performance of Asto Cuevo yesterday at the World Junior Championship, and then I did homework about the salary cap for the Montreal Canadiens projected in 2029, 2030, and we're looking good. I'm going to go this on my video today. I did it. I'm going to review this tonight together. And yes, I make a video on my chasing greatness about Ryan Sandberg, the second base of the Chicago Cubs, and the Flyers Phillies. Sandberg draft 20 round by the Phillies long time ago, and have an amazing, great career. He was one of my favorite players in baseball. I just love Reno, and he passed away yesterday at 65 years old after he fight for the cancer, prostate cancer, found in 2024. So sad to see him. It was a bit shocking. A lot of people in baseball around of him. It was just a couple of days after his of the Hall of Famer introduction 2025 class. We know he was introduced as the class 2005 and the Major League Baseball. Great career, 16 years, I believe. Just a great, classy baseball players. That's the best thing I can describe right now. Ryan Sandberg. He respects the game. His name was not nowhere on the social media. Very quiet. Does his job. And what a great year. I think in 1984, he was the MVP and and the Major League Baseball. Just a good hockey, just a great baseball player, an icon, and the Chicago Cubs. If you remember, guys, sometimes you make trade and you said, I should not make that trade. And he was straight from the for the Phillies. I don't know. I say the Flyers all the time. From the Phillies to the Cubs with Larry Boa, the shortstop, or Larry Boa for the Phillies. Have a great career with the Phillies to the Chicago Blackhawks. Jesus. See, I cannot talk baseball. Chicago Cubs in return for the shortstop, even the Jesus. I know, even the Jesus. So, glad to see you, Roger Bouchard for Vermont. Glad to see you, Ron, with us also. That a great comments in the chat. I bring a preseason. Go Habs, go. Thanks again, Kenneth. Good morning, Kenneth. Hopefully you're doing well. Kenneth from Thailand also. We have a few people wake up the morning here. Roy, me, Kenneth, Jeff. I would be well represented at the World Junior Championship run with Kings Tony. Byfield looked like he is aged 10 years with his mustache for Mr. Quentin Byfield. Today we're going to talk about the news, NHL, Habs NHL, and the World Junior Summer Showcase. And then don't forget, guys, to click on the like. If you don't want it to be great, you can follow me on my new job on the Hockey Hot Stove Contributor. I follow the Chicago Blackhawks and the Montreal Canadiens, and I do all the prospect article on that website, created by the ex-Flyers, Chris Terrier. He started that with two people who work closely with the Flyers, Bill Merzer and John McLearoni or something like that. I apologize for his last name. But they asked me to helping, and I'm doing this. So you can go there and follow me. It's easy. Cold Frenchy over there, nothing wrong there. And I wrote a couple of articles for the last couple of days. So I follow the World Junior Summer Showcase. A2 is in the house. Stay tuned. Yeah, coach is going to debate there. Yeah, you're right about that. There we go. That's what we got here. We're going to start with the NHL news, if you don't mind. And we don't have a lot of news in NHL. No signature St. Juden's trouble. Nothing happening over there. So what I try to do, I try to figure out, a couple of news left and right. And I'm going to talk about the Colorado Avalanche. They announced they're going to wear for the upcoming season at some point the Quebec Nordic, the blue jersey. We know last couple of years they wear the white with the logo of the Nordic and for the jersey. But for the upcoming season, they're going to wear the blue jersey, represent the Quebec Nordic. So that's a good news for all the fans of the Quebec Nordic to see the Colorado Avalanche. Remember them on this part. Rain is in the house. Welcome back in the house also, Rain. Thanks for all the like we got tonight. And then we have another. No, it starts to be the rumor. First of all, the Dallas Star. Robinson could be traded. It was really hot during the June and around the draft about him to be traded, and then he got cold after that, after the draft, the UFA, and slowly he's around. If you look around, you follow all the team and you check on the blog and the expert right on front website. Right now, I can tell you it's 50-50. I think the Dallas Star get a good deal, and that includes a first-round pick, a top prospect established in NHL. Example, Robinson to the New Jersey Devils for Dawson Mercer, Sean Casey, and a first round pick. I think the Dallas Star, we're going to think a lot. I'll just give you an idea. I don't say this is going to happen, but this is the kind of trade the Dallas Star could let it go Robinson. But why coach they want to let it go Robinson? But you have the reason behind that. First, the salary cap problem they have Dallas now. Second, next year they have to sign Robinson and Thomas Harley. This is two players right now. They are the core or some pillar of the team. And I think they have to make a choice. It's difficult to get a defenseman versus a winger. And I think the value of Robinson a little bit more higher at the defenseman Harley. So I think this is the reason why the Dallas Stars are going to see what they're going to do with Jacob Robinson. Like I said, it's going to be 50-50. Let's see what's happening about that. Let's see what we got in the chat. Ryan Sandberg was not a selfish player. The team played at the highest level. You're right about it. I saw him play, Larry. Good players, a nice person. My condolences on his family. Coach is going to talk about debate. Oh, I got it. But Charles the King getting new alternate jersey and no more dome chrome helmet. That's the good news. Dallas tried to clear up the dressing room. Need a change. Not a bad comments about this, Wendy. It's not like it's a bad locker room, but maybe to make some change inside of that would be interesting. Hey, Coach, happy Tuesday. What is your opinion of Noah Tabson just trade to the Habs? But this is a good trade for the Montreal Canadiens at long term. He satisfied the right side of the Montreal Canadiens. He's a young player at 25 years old. He got a new deal with the Montreal. They cost them a two-sided pick because 16-17, the Montreal could get Victor Eklund. What I was not expect that allowed. And the pick number 17 was right open after that for them. So they cost them a lot, but in return, they get a solid defenseman. Can play very good at 5 versus 5, by the way. A lot of people talk about his slap shot on power play but he has only one power play goal last season. I know last year was not a great year. New coach, new adaptation, play better on the defensive side. I think that he's going to satisfy. Think about this. This is better at David Savard. He could play on the first pairing with Caden Coley. We know he can carry on the puck. You have a good speed, good skate. He skate very well. Jeez, I tried to get the right word, but I think Willie, it was a great performance that Ken used to get that defenseman. Not easy to get a right defenseman. Yes, he costs something, but I think Montreal at long term there'll be a good players for the Montreal Canadiens. Are on the better shape Dallas cap wise. On this one, you write Camp. Welcome. If not, finally get a second Cedar McDavid or else, what will happen on Michael Edge? But I think it was Grant McCann again. He said he would play winger. He is not a center. I was shocked to hear that. Maybe it's not somewhere else. I apologize. But he could play as a winger for sure. He played today, again, looking good. But a center can play winger. No doubt in my mind. But I don't see Montreal pick up a McDavid right now or someone else. Maybe a transition. I think Michael Edge could be at 2 years close to be with the Montreal Canadiens. But we have to wait about that. But that's the thing will be happening. Robinson and bigger contract with Lagley go trade deadline. Correction, Robinson for Rain. Kenneth Thompson is a star defenseman. Every team needs one or two of these guys. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. a news, maybe not too much talk about this. Jimmy Vesey. Vesey have a really strange career in NHL. First, what came from NCAA. The Rangers signed him. They trade him. He go around different team, Chicago, Colorado. Returned with the Rangers, and now he's UFA, and nobody knocked the door. Could go to the KHL, for what I heard. The Dynamo, the Spartak, and Adbagard are looking for Jimmy Vesey. So we'll see what's happening about this for them. I love the Nordic jersey. You're right. Coach Glenn McGann is too much on your mind. Yeah. What's up, PS? I follow him and I'm shaking my head, but that will be something we're going to talk about the next couple of minutes. The Minnesota Wild. This is really interesting day. This is a case like Martin Necas last season, right? The Carolina Hurricane in April, June, May, June, July. They're going to trade Martin Necas. A lot of fans, Montreal, want to get him for the Carolina Hurricane, was to make ready to trade Caden Cooley, whatever it is, for him. They're not happen. He signed a 2-year deal with Carolina, surprised all the hockey fans, and he got traded at the trade deadline. That said, now, same situation with Marco Rossi. At the NHL draft, a lot of people are going to trade him. He have a great year. As a center number 2 is a great. The problem is 5'9", maybe slight 5'10". And some team are a little bit more worried about the size. I think the size in NHL became a distraction for the GM. I understand size is better, but we talk about a guy can make you 60 points per year. I don't get it. Why the Wild want to get him, to get out of him? The Wild are in better situation right now with the contract of Sutter and Parise on the dead money. But still, I think Rossi should stay there. But we have to wait if the Wild going to make a move or not. Vote for the Carolina using Whalers. There we go. I think it will stay. But if I had the same thing about Marner, Maurice Robillard, big hello to the NHL people. Maurice, welcome back. Another from the Thailand. We have 5 people from, not for Thailand, we have 1 from Philippines. Do you see Necas stay in Carolina? No. I don't see that. I think he's going to be traded to trade deadline. Colorado is another team like Dallas. Money-wise, it's difficult. And I think they're going to trade him. I don't know him, right? This is another plus. Does not like to stay at the same location. But look, he's going to have a lot of points with McKinnon. He was looking to get the $10 million approximately. Is about $7.5 million, I believe, his contract. He won 9, 10, 11. He have a great opportunity at the beginning of the season to put a lot of points on the board. But still, you know, he wants to be on the top 6. He wants to be on power play. He has everything he needs to be happy with the Colorado. But, you know, Sam Reinhart at $8.6 million. Stay in Florida for 8 years. He could get $8.5, $9 million per the Colorado Avalanche. And I think he would not accept that. This is what I see from him for the last couple of years. But the time will tell us about him, Woody. Good question, by the way. Sakic is a guy making the trade to Colorado, right? Not really. Sakic, he become now a VP or the president of the team. It's McFarland now. Is the GM of the team. I cannot remember his first name. Is it Chris McFarland? McFarland? I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. Yes, Gary, this is the way I can see that. Um, a good point, Kenneth, also, that he can maybe play. He want to win cups, but he could win with the Colorado. Really quick news here, guys. Match Pacioretty, return or done? Done. No news about his retire plan with for the upcoming season. Can he sign a PTO somewhere? Can he return with Toronto Maple Leafs? Possible. We have to wait. I think he's 35 or 37 years old for Pacioretty. So we'll see what happens. PS, no problem, Willie. McFarland, here we go. We got that. Um, and that's what we got today, guys. That's it. Very quiet. But I just came here tonight to enjoy to be all together. I think, you know, I was thinking like this last night. I did 2 videos yesterday. Like, if you think a video take only 1 minute or 30 minutes, guys, the way I do is different. I see the hockey guy, or I will see, Marco D'Amico with Sean, whatever his last name, right? They pop up on the live stream or they make video, and they just talk. And I can't do that. My first video, when I do my ad news today, I did some search about the contract projection salary cap. But it's easy to edit the video. It take about 30 minutes maybe to cut everything. But when you do a video like Ryan Sandberg, the video is about 3 minutes 50, 4 minutes max. But it take me 2 hours. You have to click, you have to find all the clips on each one. Then you have to be sure you don't pass 12 seconds. Everything. You have to put this at the right place. It's take longer. That's not give me more viewers. But if the people realize the work behind of one video, it's easy to do a video and just talking. I can do that all day long. But the hockey guy does a good job with the whiteboard. But he just need to prepare that. I will give him 30 minutes to do that, and then he can just talk. But for me, I make clips, I cut this, everything that. But I'm not trying to that I'm better. It's just to give you sometimes the work behind the scenes is not easy. Luc Fortin back in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, Luc. Hopefully you're doing well. Sorry about that. Luc, hopefully your summer is great. Glad to see a couple of people come back slowly, properly, the right way. We know they are excited about the upcoming season. To the Thai people in the chat, Liv and Korat, love it. My bucket is to go back. I'm going there. I'm moving there. Shelton for Winnipeg. Thanks, Shelton, for your kind of words on my comments today on the video. I really appreciate Shelton. Billy, back in the house also. Newfoundland. I just dropped a like, hit the like button. Have a great show. Here we go. Billy is on vacation right now. That's happening. PS. Peter August knocked the door tonight. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. Stan, do you think the app gave a PDO to Pacioretty so he can retire as the Habs? Good question. You don't need a PDO to retire as a Montreal Canadien. I don't think so. It will happen that way. The reason behind that is because it's a new management. It's a completely new culture. I don't see that stand first to retire and as a Montreal Canadiens jersey or as a PDO. I'll be shocked. Bref, Larry, a lot of going on. McDavid remark to Ben a trade to the Rangers. Peter. Possible there, but what it would be the cost and return from the New York Rangers? Alexis Lafrenière, a first round pick. I don't think so. You can put Alexis Lafrenière and Schneider Maybe Cooley or Altman. Altman is a prospect for the Rangers. They could also give the goaltender Garland as a prospect. I think that would be the key behind that, Peter, is Alexis Lafrenière. But we'll see. One injury, Gary, with the PS. Look, during the cold and the summer, the summer things. Here we go. Glad to hear that. Look, you deserve it, and that's the right things to do. The return would be number one, and maybe Zibanejad. No, I don't see Zibanejad with the Anaheim Ducks. 33 years old. I know the bodies, Creator, everything like that. Anaheim trade Trouba. They got Creator. The connection is there with but Zibanejad at 33 years old at $8.5 million. It's not, I don't think, is the right thing for the Anaheim Ducks. I leave Pat Verbeek again, but I don't see that. Got the game contract is is 1,015 play. Here we go for Mike Modano. So that's what we got here, guys, on this one. The next thing we're going to talk about this is the Habs news we got for you tonight. And not much, a lot of rumor, a lot of things going on with the Montreal Canadiens, a little bit. So I'm going to give you a little bit more what's going on. And first of all, tonight, at this, it's over now, maybe. Yeah, it was a LSHL game tonight. Is a fundraiser game, living, whatever it is. Anyway, Demidov, Suzuki, Evans, Patrick Laine, maybe other players participate at that intra scrimmage happening tonight. And Demidov, Laine scored a good goal, a great goal tonight. But like happened many plays and many times on the summer, guys, they play some kind of game like that, and was good for see that. Mr. Sandor, Pap, what will Matthew Schaefer play in the October? Back to Junior Islanders or NCAA? I think it's going to be with Islanders, in my opinion. I think Schaefer is going to start the season there. No doubt on my mind. I think the Islanders have a spot for him. They would like to get him around the team. That's the reason also they trade Noah Thompson. Maybe they try to trade another defenseman before the beginning of the season. But I think right now with Polak, Pelech, Romanov, Schaefer, Mayfield, I think they get that spot with Tony DeAngelo, I believe, returning with the Islanders. So I think this is the core for the upcoming season. So I don't see him to go nowhere about this. Worst case, you have to return with the Islanders. Thanks, Ron, about this. Look, I think Pachody is ready for the B League. Yeah, I think so too. Great. RG Calabro knocked the door. Welcome back. Hopefully, you're doing well, RG. I hate Vegas, but like a Manor. So now Manor is a Twitter. I choose to not like him anymore. Here we go. About that, Mike Madison, guys. Let us remark talk about Mike Madison. Some of them is going to be re-signed with the Montreal, get an extension, that could get trade. Happen about this. So the last remark possible, Mike Madison signed a 2 years deal with the Montreal Canadiens. Have a difficult time to see that. I know what he brings for the Montreal Canadiens. I know how it's going to be this way. At the end of the day, Mike Madison is going to tell the Montreal Canadiens what he wants. That's simple like that. That's the way I see that. And Mike Madison, this upcoming season, for next year and the following year, fit and the picture for the Montreal Canadiens. Whatever you don't want to hear that, it is. He fit. Again, the cost would be something. Now, Mike Madison, he stay home, live in Montreal, born in Montreal, his family growing there, he's married, having kids on that side, he loved Montreal. But Mike Madison, as a UFA, with all the contract they gave during the summer, as a left defenseman, Prenarab example, right? At what? He got $8 million, and Kavrikov, Mailer, and I can go all the way like this. Madison, no doubt he can get $6, maybe $7 million. Whatever you don't want to hear that. Whatever you think Madison is not a great defenseman. Whatever is your view about Mike Madison. This is the kind of money he can get on the table. Or he's going to chase the money or the flexibility to keep his family in Montreal. If he signs a 2 years deal, Montreal can get him at $6 million. I think it will be perfectly a good deal for him and for the Montreal. 2 years, he's going to be now 31, 33 years old. He make a ton of money before that. But he can get a 5-year deal right now, a 4-year deal, maybe more, at $6-7 million somewhere else. Again, I'm telling you right now, the destiny of Mike Madison is not only Ken Hughes and is a relationship between Mike Madison and Ken Hughes. And I don't have the right answer for that. I think for me, until the young players, Strobel, Jekai, Engstrom, on the left side are not ready. But I think that's keep Madison around. The salary cap on Montreal is not hurting them right now. So I feel like possible. Now, what's the value of Mike Madison? Well, it depends when you get traded. Right now, I give you an idea for a value. Just try to understand that for you, all of you, is a middle forward between second and the third. So I know you're not going to like Mike, but a guy like Alex Newhook. When I'm trying to explain, it's not about Alex Newhook, but the role Alex Newhook. Sometimes he can play second line, but it's really a third liner. This is the kind of trait Mike Madison and return you can get in return. As the defenseman, but as a defenseman on the second pairing, and could be trait in return for the Montreal Canadiens that will give them a third. So this is what you get for Mike Madison. French spelling is the speculation in Willie about this. Did you say Perek get injured? Yes. I don't know his precaution. Maybe Randy could be in the chat. Sometime when the player go to the Team Canada at this showcase, summer showcase, guys, they bring them and then they don't let them play. Team USA does the same thing right now with not Connelly. Connelly got hurt. I can't remember. Jeez. They does the same situation with the both players for the Team USA. So sometimes it's not about injury. It's just to sit them down, everything like that. But I did not read the last rumor from Scott Ellis for that. But he was said by the head coach he would not play for the rest of the tournament. 2 years at $6 million PS. He could definitely get a 5 at $6 million. Yes, Shelton, I agree. Madison next contract, he will want to cash in a long term. Audio, welcome back. Thanks everybody. Don't forget, guys, click on the likes. Lisa Ray is incroyable. Who gave a crap a 2 year spelling? Large give a break, please. Rain at Patterson, Habs system changing to Madison. Willie, Ron, I agree. Keeping Madison will hold back Arbor and other defensemen. You're right about that. If that does not work out this year, what do you think Montreal can get for him? But the value of Dak, it would be lower. Depends when you get trade. For example, at next summer, he's a RFA. Montreal can give him a 1 year deal at $2.5 million to play on the third line for the Montreal Canadiens. I think Doc, if it does not work as a center, it could work as a winger, and honestly, it could be a third line player. Kirby Dak is not like Dawson Mercer at all. Kirby Dak right now in NHL as a third liner in NHL. That's the maximum you can get in return, a second round pick. His value is difficult to evaluate because he did not play a lot of games. So this is my projection for him. But this is a huge, important year for him and for the Montreal Canadiens to know exactly what's going on for that. Thank you. If as is he has been hurt for the Flame, would not allow him play for that. That his value is at is lower right now. Yeah, great point about this. The next thing I want to talk about this guy is, but first of all, the World Junior Championship for the Montreal Canadiens and for what happening there. So I'm going to change the graphic here. I'm going to get here. The World Junior the World Junior Summer Showcase. This is the 4 team: Sweden, Finland, USA, and Team Canada. USA, Team Canada have 2 teams: the white team and the red team, and the blue team and the white team. Finland have 1 team. The Sweden have 1 team. What they do, they bring players to evaluate them to become the final roster for the upcoming World Junior Championship in 2026. Every year they do that. And they start Sunday, day 1, day 2. Today was day 3. So we have 3 days so far. Day number 1, Finland lost 5-2. And then you have Team USA Sweden beat Team USA 5-2. Day number 2, Finland and Sweden beat both team of Team USA by 1 goal. Today, Team Canada finished 4-3 and shootout. So this is give you an idea. I don't want to talk about all the different players perform for other countries, but I want to focus more on this Montreal Canadiens prospect or play at the tournament right there. First, Atus Koivu, dropped by the Montreal Canadiens in 2024. Played in Finland last season. Obviously, he got some kind of mononucleose. He missed a couple of weeks. And then after that, he become inconsistency. He go up and down with the team TPS, and then he played with the junior team over there. It's called the J20 on the Liga, and he have not a bad year overall. He's 19 years old, going to be 20, so he's a little bit more older at that summer showcase. First game, he played well, 0 point. Good defensive side. He was watching Jim Higgins' line. He did pretty good. But yesterday, he stepped up. 2 goals. The first goal of the game and the third goal for the game-winning goal. And what a great one-timer shot for the first goal. It then is a quick release. Both goal on the right side of the goalie. He's a right shooter, so for him it was better to be on the left side. Great performance yesterday. I really like his game. Definitely is going to be part of the Team Finland for the World Junior Championship 2026. Maybe the first center there or the second center. Finland not going to be great at the World Junior Championship, but you never go against them. They always find a way to get at the semifinal or the final. So Koivu have a great tournament so far. Is going to return on the ice tomorrow, I believe. The second player I want to talk about is LJ, the little John Mooney. We know the 5'7" draft by the Montreal Canadiens at the NHL draft 2025. If he was 6'2", 6'3", it would be at the top 7 best prospect class 2025. First game, it was unbelievable. 1 goal, 1 assist. His vision, the puck movement, his hands, his hockey sense, his skating, his edges are great. This is a great hockey player to watch. You watch him say, wow, 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 every time he touches the puck. But he's only 5'7". Some people said 5'8". Honestly, he's 5'7". Only 150, 160. So the size, the frame is bad. But the hockey, the skill, the talent is huge. Yesterday against Finland, he had 0 point. But every time he's on the ice, he's always something's going on. Whenever he has 0 point, he creates chance. He's really good, really great on the creativity with the puck. And without puck, if you look about the first goal he scored Sunday, he came for the blue line. He see the option there, and then he go through the hole in front of him, get a pass, he shoot a puck, he scored a goal. And then the vision on the first point he did on the assist, great pass from the right side, go through the front stick and hit his teammate on the left side, and he scored a goal. This is LJ Money, but again, the size. We'll see what is going to happen for him. I believe the chance for him to make the Team USA is 75-25. I know they have, James Higgins and Connell Lee and the returner players with that team, but I think he has his spot with the Team USA. We'll see what's happening there. They have 2 players for the Montreal Canadiens play for the Team Canada. I'm going to put them here. Michael Edge and Owen Protz. Canada start for the first game. Their first game today. It was the red versus white. Final score 4-3 and shootout. Great performance for front players. Draft. Caden Lindstrom was amazing today for Team Canada. I think he had 1 goal, 1 assist for him. But Michael Edge, 2 points today. Scored the first goal of the game. Got an assist after that. Always involved during the play. Not only on the offensive side, his defensive zone coverage is a great 2 ways during the game today. Is this spot for the? I know they have different players like Kevin McKenna, Barclay Canton. They have a lot of center, but I believe Michael Edge have a spot with Team US, Team Canada. Third center, fourth center, I'm not sure, but we'll see what's happening with them. It's a good team, Team Canada, but today it was impressive for his performance, and we'll see for the rest of the tournament what's going to happen with Michael Edge. Owen Protz got invited at the last minute on that. He was on the red team, I believe, as the 5th defenseman. Look, this is a good experience for him. This is a player you don't see him on the highlights. But this is a kid play solid on defensive zone coverage. I don't see like Jaden Strubble, but a type like Jaden Strubble, and more like a home defenseman, Owen Protz. Played with it Brentford last season in OHL. Have a great team last season. He's going to returning with OHL for the upcoming season. For me, he's not going to make the team, but it's a good experience to see him compare himself against the best of the best. So, for development-wise, for his experience-wise, this is good news for him. He's going to benefit for that. He's going to play with OHL at 20 years old. Then he's going to return. He's going to play with Laval Rocket. He is on the same side, on the left side. So he's going to get time for him to grow his game. But at the end of the day, I think this is a good thing for him to play with the Team Canada during the weekend. We'll see what we got here on the chat right there. All the way top, everything. I apologize, guys, I don't follow the chat. When I talk like this, it's very difficult for me. Let's see what the Golden Seals, Willie. Avalanche have their own identity. Leave them alone. Nordic all over. Kenneth, I'm really interested and see how Edge does this year. I think is going to have a huge year. You're right about this, um, Kenneth. The reason behind that, guys, is because I believe um, he's going to be number one center with Michigan. The Michigan Wolverine are not going to be a powerhouse this year. They lose a couple of players, but I still believe it's going to be a huge part of this team. Habs Prospect looking good in Minneapolis. Martin Bazinet from Waterloo is back in the house. I thought as a good one, Tomer and lateral office, Gary Connery, run with Willie. The Little John run, yeah, it is. Mooney is a special kind of the player, Randy. You're right. Strobel and Jakai should spend the summer with Mooney to improve their skating speed. P.S. They are right now together fishing at Newfoundland. Maybe they are with LDP or Billy. Who knows? Do the Avalanche? Do the Avalanche still have the yell foot on the jersey? Rana, would you love to see Quebec with a new franchise, but never going to happen, not enough money? Mark Elliott, the NHL current own the right to the North Star name. Mark Elliott, welcome back. Thanks to be with us tonight. Moni just put Farrell down the add that chart. As would be a perfect singer to Montreal. Look like maybe wing for Michael Edge. I think that would be hard for Edge to make that Team Canada for Randy. Edge look bigger. The guy put on the beef. There we go, Randy. I think Edge could make it as a wing. Team Canada need to rebound and stop at a country club. Here we go. Quebec did not get a new team because he will not bring a new fans. Jazz isn't out. Welcome, but Edge will have a solid winger to play with. You're right about this from the Montreal Canadiens. I'm going to finish with other news and NHL for the Montreal Canadiens before we move on. First of all, guys, I think for me, the penalty kill are going to decide the battle for different spot with the Montreal Canadiens. When I said that, is Montreal lost Armia Devorak on the forward. That's 50% of the forward. And they lost on the defenseman, David Savard. That said, Montreal had to pick up one or two players. Okay, let's put Alex Newhook there. Newhook, it will be part of the Montreal Canadiens. But I think for me, as a penalty kill, the battle could be Joe Veleno, Owen Beck, Oliver Kapanen. Could be the next player could be on this penalty kill at the forward. So those three players are going to fight for the spot with the Montreal for the upcoming main camp. But I believe the penalty kill are going to play a role on the decision of the Montreal Canadiens. I believe this will happen. Same situation, guys, for the defenseman. That defenseman pairing number 6. Not a pairing number 6, but a defenseman number 6. Right? No doubt on my mind, we know Cooley, Thompson, Carrier, Hudson, Madison are 1 to 5. For spot number 6 is Trouble, Jekai, or David Rebacker. But again, one of the three have to play on the PK. Who is the best? Could be a decision to dress him. They not have to go back in Laval, but maybe not dress up for the game because they want to be sure that player play on the PK. So I think they're going to have a lot of reps on the penalty kill, Jekai, Strobel, and David Rebacker. They have to find those 4 players. I think Noah and Kaden Coley will be the 2 on the first pairing, and then Mike Madison. Who's going to be the next one beside him? I'm not sure. It's not going to be Lane Hudson. Thanks for all the live we got tonight. Gary Rebacker is starting in Laval for Gary. I want Rebacker play in Laval all year long for PS, great to see you, Guy. For Pete Martin back in the house, big minute, more ice time, better development for him. Uh, Whoever replaces Savard, Amia on the PK will have to make up for a lot black shot. Guy is trouble have one-way contract. Gary Connery. Yeah, Savard has a shot. So when they have a 1 year contract now, they are not waiver exempt. So they have to figure out this one for sure. Thanks again for all the live we got. So this is a very short ad news, but I want to share it with you. Gary Connery talk about where is Kobidak. We don't know where is Kobidak, but only we wish is skating. I did not talk. I sent an email to Tim Turk. Turk is a specialist of the shooting, and as a coach, and he does a lot of NHL players during the summer. 2 years ago, his brother Colton and Kobidak worked with Tim Kirk. So I tried to do 2 + 2 = 4. Say, okay, I'm going to email Tim Turk, but I did not get any response for him. You know, he's traveling a lot. He's very busy during the summer for that. I'm confident Habs management will make the right decision regarding David Rebacker for Shelton. 1 week back for Gary. So this happening could be that. Not much about this. This one is bothering me. A lot of respect for Grant McCann. Whatever he does with Tony Marinaro, what is the recruit or recruiter, whatever they call it, whatever he did with Montreal Canadiens scouting, whatever who he is, right? I don't know. He tried to create controversy to get some view or clickbait. I don't know. I don't know the person. I know he's old like me, and I know he's everywhere. The Danny Coulis website, they put him everywhere. He's the one put Oliver Kapanen as a second center for Montreal for the upcoming season. I was disagree with that. Now, his last comments, like I screamed in my condo. I could not believe it what he said. And I want from you, because this is like, he's an expert. He knows hockey. He make video about different players to see, look, what he does, what he do, what he should do, what he see him. Is another Sacha Boisvert, the snake they call him. But at the end of the day, when he said Jadon Strobel should be on the top second pairing for the Montreal Canadiens, the deal 1.4 is a steal for the Montreal Canadiens. And then he said, if he was go anywhere in NHL, he would get $4 million contract and maybe $5 million contract. Blew my mind. I don't see that, and I'm not an expert. I'm just hockey fans like you. But I don't think so. You need to know hockey a lot to realize Jadon Strobel is not a player right now at $4 million. He played 2 seasons in the NHL. He played only 56 games both seasons. He has 10 points the first season, and I think he has 13 points the second season. I don't know all his plus or minus. But if you watch him play at the end of the season against the Washington Capitals, I understand he's 6 foot. And Jadon Strobel does not use his body. He's not helping the Montreal Canadiens. And he did not do that against the Capitals. Again, I repeat, I don't know who he is. Grant, I know who he is, but I don't know personally him. I never talked to him. And I'm not blasting him. I'm just completely disagree. I'm just shocked to see that. Like you're going to tell me Michael Pesada, at least he should get $3 million per year. I don't know. When did he said that about Sobol? It was 2 days ago, I believe. But go late on that one. Sobol does not command that kind of money yet. From here for Sobol would have been nuts, especially for 7 defensemen. No one plays Sobol $4 million. I like Granite, but thinking too much ahead. Gay has not signed yet. Serpent, Peter, Greg McTavish, Guy. I did not hear what did he said. P.S. Coach Peter Martin, Coach, let's trade Madison and Anderson for McDavid. A couple of pick. Would you do it? Yes, Pete, but the Anaheim Ducks, and I'm going to repeat this. If you want McDavid tomorrow, they're going to say yes. We want in return Sikorsky or Kaden Coley or Cole Caulfield. That would be the first 3 players right there. They're not going to ask Lane Hudson or Evan Demidov or Nick Ski because they know Montreal are not going to trade them. But they want to talk about Caulfield, Coley, or Sikorsky, plus more. But Anderson and Madison will not fix the Anaheim Ducks, Pete. They are a rebuilding team. They will try to get younger for that one. Kolja, do you know any of the details with the Carter Hart case and what they was found like no guilty? The NHL and NHLPA both together said all those 5 players are not acceptable, are not accessible, or are ineligible to play in NHL at this moment. A little bit more during the weekend. We heard some rumor maybe Carter Hart is the closest one to be signed by a team in NHL. Fast forward, the last couple hours, I heard no team is looking for Carter Hart. I think for me, I just a prediction right here. I think all of them are going to wait 1 year. You're going to drop down desk lower and, calm everything down. And then possible in 1 year, 2 years, you can see one of them, 2 of them come back and play in NHL. Happening with Stan Bowman, happening with Joel Kenville. Whatever you agree or disagree, I'm not want to talk about the verdict. It's not my job. I don't want to get controversial about that. Whatever happening is happening. But I'm talking about the player play back in NHL. This is my prediction. They're going to let this go, cool down everything, and then possible in 1 year, 2 years, you will maybe see one of them come back in NHL. Now they can play in a KHL. Dylan Dubé did it. Alex Farmington is out of hockey. He worked on the construction company in Ontario. I didn't hear from Foot. The last thing I heard from Foot is still skating but not play. But we'll see for the rest. Out of these 5 players, others would be desperate. A call Colbiac and make believe Sobol has been a victim of the number in Montreal. If that is the case, then Ab can get a lot and trade for him. I could see that, Gary. For that one, a lot of people, Gary, is that the case? Sobol could be going to offer a sheet about that. Here we go. That's conclude, guys, on this one for the Montreal Canadiens. Let's go back here, what we got for you guys. And we'll go slowly, probably the right way. I have 2 things to talk about, guys. Um, we have three subjects plus the clash. Um, let's talk about my homework from the salary cap for the Montreal and 29 and 2030. I did that on my video today. You can watch the video. If you watch already, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't watch, I think it will be a good exercise. Let's start with the comments on the social media happening yesterday or 2 days ago about the fact the Montreal Canadiens are in a good shape for the salary cap and the 29-30. And they project, and the projection was verified by me. After that, I did the homework. If every year the increasing of $5 to $7 million per year, and NHL going happening, but the salary cap is going to be around 124 and 29-30. What we project on that year, this is the year when the Montreal Canadiens could be on the top 5 best team in NHL. I think 28-29 could be really the one starting. I think 29-30 they could be returned there, and the best chance to win the Stanley Cup will be that year. I wish I can see the future for all of you and for myself, but I cannot see it. It's a projected, not said I'm right about this. It's a projection, my prediction about that. So what I did that, right? They make some kind of comments with GFresh, whatever his last name on the X account. He does other predictions like that. I pick up a couple of information there. I pick up from other places. And here what happening, guy from the Montreal Canadiens. Montreal Canadiens have long-term contract. Zuski, Caulfield, Sakoski, Dobson, Cooley. 5 of them. And this coming for the Carolina Hurricanes, they have 7 of the long-term contract. And what happening for the Montreal Canadiens is Zuski, his final year contract is 2030. After that season, Zuski become UFA. Caulfield have 1 more year. Sakoski, I believe, have 1 more year. Thompson have 2 more years. And Cooley have 1 more year. If you put all this together, it's $38.3 million, projected 31% AAV for the Montreal Canadiens if the salary cap is at 124. The average contract is $7.75 million. If you reflect this at the season last year, 2024-2025, the average contract at 31% for the Montreal Canadiens is 6.25% on the salary cap AAV and 24-25. If you multiply that by 5 players, because we have 5 players, it's 31%. So the average per year AAV per the 5 players for last season, it would be $5.5 million, exactly like Josh Anderson. So we talk about an increasing of $2 million and the next 5 years average for the Montreal Canadiens. Just blew my mind. Let's go a little bit more deeper about the contract of Lane Hudson. If Lane Hudson get a contract at $10.68 million, whatever, 8 years, 6 years, if you get that, the Montreal Canadiens gap with 6 players at 29-30, it would be $49 million. That would give them $39.5 million at 39.5% on the salary cap AAV. Sometimes the number of the salary cap is not what you're looking for. It's more the percentage. For 6 players, Montreal have almost 40%. We're going to add Demidov. Demidov is going to get a contract before that. Demidov, we gave him $11 million. A little bit low about him, but let him give this. That would give Montreal Canadiens $60 million with 7 players. That would give them 48.3% on the salary cap. For 7 players, almost half of the team. Montreal Canadiens, they still have $64 million to spend for the rest of the 16 other players. The average for that, guys, is $4 million for the rest of the 16 players. We know some players are going to get $1.5, $2 million, but some players are going to get $6, $7, $8 million. That said, that shows to you guys how much the work of Hugo, Gordon, Hughes, and don't forget Seth Wich, he's in charge about the salary cap, is amazing. I'm going to compare this only with the Toronto Maple Leafs last season. Toronto Maple Leafs in 2024, last season, I put a number approximately the 0.3 for Marner and John Tavares. But the Toronto Maple Leafs last year, all four players is at $39.5 million. That represents them 32.2% for four players and 24-25. Now, Tavares got a deal, Marner is gone, everything like that. So what I did, I took also for the upcoming season, Matthew Nice, Austin Matthews, William Nylander, and Morgan Riley. The percentage is more at the Montreal Canadiens and 29 and 30 at 31% versus Montreal versus Toronto right now, tonight, at 32.2. The outcome of this exercise is Montreal Canadiens, with the flexibility they have on the salary cap, if they don't make any mistake, are going to have an opportunity to bring more players, better players, inside of the team. That reflects exactly what the Florida Panthers do with their team. That's simple, guys. That's simple. The Florida Panthers stay there because they have salary cap under the value of them. Sam Reinhart at 8.6 should be $10 million. Stay Montreal, he stay with Florida. The contract of Forsling, the contract of Ekblad, the contract of Sam Bennett. This is the reason behind that. That gave an opportunity for Montreal Canadiens compared to any other team could have a better chance to be on the top of the top, to be a good team because of the way they satisfy the salary cap. I know I'm not the one create that. I took some exercise, something and left and right, and then I make some other number. But I think as a Montreal Canadiens fans, you have to respect that for that. So we'll see what we got in the comments because I think we have a lot of things right there. And I want to be sure I answer all of you about this. Let's go all the way to other would be this way to go out. McCann, I believe, Sobol. Okay. Jazz, out of those five players, Hart is only one. Okay, this one was the reason the NHL banned them to they never go to the court. I don't see Strobel in Montreal. Zeph, Strobel, here we go. Willie. Once again, I agree with you, Gary. Here we go. Big time, Gary. Jazz coach, I will be 23 years old and 2029. Go Habs, go. Yeah, maybe I will be behind you, but I'll be closer. Maybe at the time the Habs will sync up a couple of times, Gary. Very possible about this. Did not Nashville spend $110 million on the three players run there? Yes, you talk about Marchessault, Stamkos, and Sekech. Coach, don't forget a contract for Fowler, Edge, any other player Cat would bring and over next 2 years, Peter. Yes, I understand that, Peter, but that would bring the core of the Montreal Canadiens, and that will bring after that the 60 other players. They have $64 million. So, like I said, you can get players like Michael Edge and Jacob Fuller at X amount. That will drop the average for the next 14 players. But the situation, Peter, are in great hands for the salary cap for the Montreal Canadiens. Contract is a lot. I think a few players will compare their paycheck to his in the near future. The key is to continue to draft and develop a young talent that will earn under $1 million for the next 3 seasons and produce some big name out there. Zuski Pat will be like Barkov, Gary. Great job by can use a Eastern PS. Budzik would have a major role for the Habs. What it would salary would be in 3 years. I think it's still 1 more year, I believe. But we have. I don't know. Someone's text me right now. They have a tsunami. It was a 8.7 earthquake, guys, in Russia. So I don't know. I'm getting all the text right now. My phone is blowing up. It's blowing up right now. So if you hear about that, guys, let me know in the chat. I don't think so. But that will be fine. But all the people on I'm with fantasy hockey for a couple of years. It's a league where we draft in July. It's my turn to draft, and everybody right now say he's not going to draft because the weather, everything like that. So I'm getting all this fun thing like that. So I don't know if you heard about this, the situation around Thailand or in Russia about that. So here we go, guys. Let's move on for the next thing I want to talk about. Russia and Tunisia alert for all the Western USA. Peter August. There we go. Peter August is on that. Tunisia, like Sunku about this. I want to finish with that one, guys. The NHL Best Contract. The reason I want to show to you guys because that will give you an idea and just give a little bit more proven of what's happening for my exercise of the $124 million. But first of all, guys, I'm going to be quick. And how they evaluate those contracts and what they are the best, you have 2 reasons. The longevity of the contract, if they are 6, 7, 8 years, the prediction that player is going to continue to perform, and thirdly, the value of what he brings to the team. Since they play with the team, but the upcoming next 5, 6 years. So this is a calculate analytic data by the Athletic. One of the guru there is Tom Lichtzik, and I screw his last name anyway. But he gave us guys the best 10 best contract. I just to tell you exactly who they are. Then I'm going to give you after that the Montreal Canadiens, what I'm thinking. So first, I'm going to be quick. I'm not going to say like 5 minutes per players. The first one guy is Jack Hughes. For the next 5 years is only at $8 million. So figure in your head right now, all the big contract, the contract of McDavid, Tressadol, McKinnon, Pasnak, Zibanejad. Think about this. Zibanejad is at $8.5 million. Jack Hughes is at $8 million. Just give you an idea. You know, compare the contract in Marchessault and Stanko's example. Jonathan Huberdeau, 10.5 versus Jack Hughes. The second one, guys, this is a good one. Brendan Eagles for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Only 6.5, 7 year. He'd get what, 90 points this year? For upcoming 8.8 minutes. Ouch, again, here we go. Following guys by Zev Jarvis. $7.4 million, 7 years for Jarvis. For him, play a big role with the team Carolina. And he's just going to get better. He's only 23 years old at Jarvis. So this is a great, again, contract. The next one, Sam Reinhart. Reinhart with a at $8.6 million, a 7-year deal. Sam Reinhart with the Florida Panthers. Look, 52 goals, 40 last year. We know what he bring on the table. And I think this is still 8.6 for the next 7 years. Yes, a little bit expensive, this one, but the value of his contract is worth it. He's maybe the top 3 best player in the NHL. Nathan McKinnon, $12.6 million for the next 6 years. The next 6 years, guys, the contract, and I did not mention this, on the $124 million. But when the contract salary cap will be at $124 million, the maximum is 20% your player can get. So it could get $25 to $30 million contract in NHL at that time. I know it's crazy to think that way, but 124, I'm going to do the math here. 124 divided by 5. The maximum is 24.8. So I'm going to retract. It's $24.8 million. You're going to have players at that year, 29 to 30, players going to get $20 million. Caulfield is at 7.8. Crazy. The next one, Leon Draisaitl, guys. M&M, we miss you, buddy. Glad to see you around. Leon Draisaitl, $14 million at 8 years. I know it's a lot of money, but Draisaitl is one of the top best 3 players with Kaprizov and McDavid and McKinnon. So they consider him value return as a good benefit for him and the others. The next one is Dylan Gwander. Play with a Mammoth team. $7.1 million for the next 8 years. Just kick out his contract for upcoming season. He's getting better and better with Clinton Keller. Gwander have a good year last season, and I think this is a good deal for that at 7.1. This is a kind of contract of Tage Thompson and NHL. Lucas Raymond, $8.1 million, 7 years. Again, Lucas Raymond at 8.1, a very good deal. We know he had 30 goals, 28 goals last season. The second back-to-back, he's only 23 years old. And finally, the last one, I know you're not going to like him, but it is what it is. Tim Souza, $8.4 million only for the next 6 years. He's knocking the door for the 100 points per year. The last 2 seasons, he was the best player with Brady Tkachuk for the Ottawa Senators. So they are the best 10 contracts. You have other contracts we can discuss, we can mention, but I think that's give you an idea what they look like. And I want to give you guys the Montreal Canadiens, what they look like for the next season and the next couple of years. First, Nick Suzuki, $7.8 million for the next 5 years. He maybe get 90 points a couple of times and the next 5 years. Cole Caulfield, 7.8, 6 years. He could knock the door for 40 goals per year, maybe 1 or 2 seasons at 50 goals. And then I want to finish with Caden Coley, guy, $5.5 million for 6 years. He kicked this contract for the upcoming season. Caden Coley have an opportunity and projection to be a top pairing defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens. For the next 6 years, it's going to be at 5.5. It's going to be almost the money at Dobson, and it's going to be half of the money on Lane Hudson possible. I don't know who is his agent, but he did a very bad deal. Good for the Montreal Canadiens to get Caden Coley at 6 points. This is the best contract for the Montreal Canadiens with Nick Suzuki. Kaden Cooley. That's crazy on my mind to say that. We'll see what got in the chat. Cooley is a bargain. Dylan Gunther or Carter Gauthier. Which would you? Yeah, that's a good choice right there, Peter. I will go with Dylan Gunther. I think I have more offensive side. I know Gauthier is more powerful a little bit. I go with that. I'm more busy time of the year. I work 14 hours per day. Sorry to hear that, Eminem, but keep up with everything. They need 25 minutes is a change for that. LJ is in the house. Welcome, LJ. Sounds sad to me. You need to stay healthy, otherwise bad contract for that one. So you have a couple of comments left and right here. Peter, right now, I think... whoa. I think Bodzik is 8.75 thousand, but he would be a free agent at the end of this year. He's going to be RFA, Peter, for that one. Hello, Michael. Good night. Good insight, Pete. There we go. Coley is a bargain, everything like that. So that gives you a little bit an idea here, guys. Want to talk about this. And I want to finish with that. Why more recent players are drafted in NHL? So Michael Develano, maybe some of you don't know who is Michael Develano. In 2020, I started the channel with Michael Develano. I know Michael Develano in hockey because he's a scout junior with Everett Silvertip. We met each other every year at the NHL draft for year after years. And we just start the channel together. And sometimes I review those show, guys. It's funny because, wow, compared to who I am today, at the beginning, like 30 people, 25 people, like viewers, not people in the chat. We have 6 people in the chat. The first show, we have my mom, because I invite her to be there, his wife, because we want to get 2 people, and we got 1 person. I don't know how she find us. Her name was Kim. I don't know how she find us. That's it. The first show. And my dog was beside me. He was listening to me. But my point behind that, and Michael Develano worked with his Everett Silvertip for a couple of years. A couple of months ago, he got a new job with the group Gold Star Agency. The Gold Star Agency is run and owned by David Milstein. And he have a great, he's very involved with many other things. He invests money, one of the top, make a ton of money. He have a sport management group. And he got many of the recent players with him. Even Demidov, and I can go with many of them. And he make a video, is on the social media, guys, on the X account. If you want this, if you are guys on the X account, the Twitter, right? You have a guys, and maybe have an extra G. This is his name on the X account. UGGG or UGGGG. He's from Russia, and he find all the press conference and everything in Russia, and he translate this in English. He does this all year long. I follow him. When I got even Demidov last year, or Roman Rothenberg, or whatever who they was, this is my insight in Russia. I talked to him by email, and he's really good. So anyhow, Pete Martin, 100,000. I think I never look back. Thanks so much again, Pete Martin. My point, he did an interview and he explained the reason the NHL team some of them draft only more recent players. I will give you this in 1 minute to explain. If you draft a junior players, you have 2 years to sign him. After 2 years, you have to give him an entry-level contract. You have to give him money. You don't know if he's going to be a good player or not. Remember, guys, every year, the NHL draft 37 to 48% of all the 234 picks are going to play one game in NHL. Only less of 15% of all the NHL draft players select every year are going to play at least 100 game in NHL. That's not a lot. So when you invest money on the CHL players, you could maybe lose money because you have only 2 years to figure out those players. If you get a player from the UCHL and the NCAA, the maximum year is 4 years. And when he finishes his school, but he has to sign up before the August 15. And you don't know yet what he's going to do with these players. When you sign a Russian players, you have the rights of that players all the way to 27 years old. That's the maximum. During that time, he's developed. You don't have to pay him at all. He's developed on the KHL, MHL, MHL. So for that reason, the Carolina Hurricanes, year after year, for the last 5-6 years, they select 6, 5, 7 players from Russia. Look the goaltender. Look Nick Nishkin, Chevnikov. I can go all the way like that. They are specialists to learn this because they figure out that strategy. So David Milstead made that interview and he said, explain the reason more teams now are make selection draft pick from Russia. He is right now the connection between those players. So again, just give you an idea the reason behind the Russian player are more selected in this. So guys, just want to sharing. I'm going to tell, people said, you know your hockey stuff and you're an expert, you could work there, you could do this, everything like that. The difference between me and others, I'm not an expert at all. I know hockey, but I'm not an expert. What I am, and I'm searching constantly news, the little details of this guy, the interview of that guy. I'll give you an example, guys. So Alexander Zarovsky drafted the Montreal Canadiens 34 overall pick and June 25th. So what I did the day after that, I look his Instagram, his TikTok, his X account, his Facebook account. I was trying to find him. When you find them, try to look who are his friends. So if you have an X account and you have an Instagram, because the young players, the young kids are more on the 2 social media. They are not on Facebook. When you find them, make the connection. Who are his friends? If the name repeat twice, try to reach that person and ask him what he think about Alexander Zarovsky. Who was the coaching when he played? Who are they? That coach was easy today. And this is what you get. And then you try to get who talk about them. That's how I find 6, 7 friend people on the X account talk about the KHL. And whatever my language is not Russian, that's how I get those information. So that's only reason I may be in front of other people, because I'm looking for that. Otherwise, I don't have no. I'm not better and maybe worse at McCann or Snake or Gilbert Delorme, whatever it is. So I just want to give you an hint about that. That's happening, guys. I'm going to do a clash, a quick one tonight. Then we'll be done for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night, guys, at 8:30. Marco Larrabee is going to be with us tomorrow night. We're going to be an overview of the pipeline for the Montreal Canadiens. I'm going to talk more about different things, what is upcoming season for the Montreal Canadiens. We don't do any projection, guys, until the next couple of weeks. It's coming, but we have to wait a little bit more. The Russian line is Detroit affected to state, everything like that. There we go. A lot of people in the chat, thank you, welcome about this. I have a UP poster, yeah. I could talk about this for years. Anyhow, the clash, guys, let's finish with that one over there. And I think it'll be done for the rest of the night. There we go. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. Really quickly, guys, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I do a lot of search for the clash. Tonight, I did not. I just pick up whatever was coming in my head. I check one thing and that's it. But it's fun. Anyway, let's start with that one. Does Hugo use a Gordon make 2 more moves, including the PTO, before the beginning of the season? Do you expect Montreal get a PTO, or the Montreal to make at least a trade plus a PTO, or maybe a 2 PTO, or maybe a 2 trade before the beginning of the season? Thanks so much, Larry, and also Peter, totally for prediction. Coach, wait until late August. You're right about this, Peter. Coach, what is your opinion on the playoff setting? Do you think this need to be better? Willie, I'm going to give you a prediction for that one. One Gary Bettman will be out of the president of the commissioner of the NHL. You're going to see the change in playoff format. No, absolutely for Roy. Absolutely for Stan PDO. Pete Martin, a professional tryout. So you invite the players to come to the camp, and if he make it, you're going to offer him a contract. So I apologize, guys, for PDO. Good question, Pete Martin. Not allow a PDO from camp one trade before the start of the season for PS. Randy, absolutely about that. Like I said, this is going to be a really quickly one. Montreal in the top 14 and NHL standing next season. Again, Montreal Canadiens are going to be in the top 14. Pete Martin, absolutely for one trade. You see Montreal finish on the top 14 next season. Yeah, Larry, he's on his final year contract. For some reason, they don't talk about this. I don't see him he's 71, 72 years old. I don't see him, they're going to give him another contract. Would be interesting who is going to be the next commissioner. Larry Lavallee say yes, top 14. Absolutely, 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 absolutely. Here we go. We have all absolutely on that one. Let's see what we got here. One second. Randy, absolutely. Wow. We all agree, guys, that Montreal is going to be on the top 14. I'm going to give you a remark, guys. We are moving next month. I'm going to be at the house for the first time. I know sometimes I scream, but not much because I'm really careful about the condominium, everything like that. Here, my new place, I got one complaint. My other place, I got 4 or 5 complaints. But I'm going to the house. Nobody around. Like, no one. Only my cheese and myself and the dog. I can tell you with that, guys. Be ready. Buy some a plug on your ear because you're going to see a different coach for the upcoming play-by-play. I promise you that, guys. You did not see anything yet. You're going to see a lot of things right now. First of all, I'm going to not be sit. I'm going to be stand up. I'm going to have a big giant screen behind me, so I will have room. I'm not going to wear the headphone all the time. But you're going to see some move you never see before, and you're going to see a lot of scream you never heard before. So be ready, guys, for the season 2024-2025. For that. Thanks, Pete, Larry. Harry, welcome in the house. Harry, not friend, Harry. Guys, the next one. The Ottawa Senator finished in the top 3 in the Atlantic Division. Yeah, possible, Pete. Maybe cheese going to be my cheese going to be complaining a little bit, but glove off on you put on the helmet, Willie. Always room for improvement, Guy. You're absolutely right. Do you think Ottawa is going to be exactly, Larry? Correct, Larry. He has also there. It looked like we go that direction. Not for Ottawa, not at all. Gary said absolutely. I think Ottawa is going to maybe make it. He's going to be close with a Tampa Bay Lightning. I think Boston would be dropped. Buffalo will be who they are. Detroit will try and not make it. Montreal, Ottawa are going to be the best improvement team in the Atlantic. I think other team, Tampa Bay could be at the trouble. Not allow Willie, Gary, absolutely. Not allow Pete Martin. Here we go, guys. 2 more for the Montreal Canadiens. Demidov have more power play point que Cole Caulfield for upcoming season. I know. I want a difficult one. Do you think even Demidov are going to have more power play point que Cole Caulfield? Evan 007 said no, Willie. Talking about 007, we're missing him. We're missing a ton of people, guys. And after we know what's going on, Luciano, we're not seeing him for a week. Triple W, Wesh, not see him. 007, not see him. We have a lot of people, guys. Some of the time they take a break. Where is completely understanding. That one is difficult, Guy. Yes, you're right about this. Right, no way. Randy, not allowed. PS, yes. Not allowed, Standerman. Maybe not this year, M&M. Guys, if you gave me 3 points, friends, I go with Demidov. Here we go, Pete. You go with exact. Finally, guys, for all the Montreal Canadiens fans, some of you never see him play. Some of you saw him play. Some of you hear about him. Some of you know him. And I said, let's go back and make some kind of controversy. It's going to be my next video in the next 2 weeks. I'm starting to do a video about the old player making an impact for the Montreal Canadiens. But Ken Dryden, the greatest goalie in the Canadian history. Absolutely another all. I will do it, Larry Lavalley. I said exact, Pete Martin. Ken Dryden, do you believe He's the greatest goalie in the NH and the Montreal Canadiens history. Not allowed. Jacques Plante for Randy. Absolutely for Ken Dryden. PS. Larry Lavalley go with Ken Dryden too. Pete Martin go with him. I cannot count Rouen and Colorado. Only Montreal. PS. With Montreal, 2 Stanley Cup. Absolutely for Guy. Interesting. I thought it was going to be a little bit more controversy. Not allowed Roy for me, Willie. Not allowed, I agree with Randy. Send the man Roy for me. Wow. Again, Plante, Dryden, Patrick Roy. Sometimes some people, if we are a group of people more younger, like we have regular season, we're going to hear Carey Price. But look at Watson, same age like Jacques Plante. Absolutely, for the was the right place at the right time. Gary Cornoyer. Worsley was better que Plante, in my opinion. Pete Martin. Cash, Roy for me, but Dryden played one Habs greatest team. There we go. Great unstable for the period. I love Worsley. Gum Worsley, guys. Who remember Gum Worsley? And that, guys, gave us the end. Next show tomorrow night. I'm back here tonight because I miss all of you guys. I'm supposed to be off. I cannot be off. It's bothering me. My routine is not the same. So I said, hopefully we have some news. Now, my next homework, I'm going to do more homework. It's going to be the NHL draft for the last 10 years, I believe. Who has the best selection on the first 3 rounds, on the last 4 rounds, and on the top 10. So I'm going to do all those information, guys. I'm going to take days to do it, but I'm going to give you this kind of information. If you want to give me some homework, ask me. I will do my best to give you all your homework tonight. Harry, merci beaucoup, mon Harry. So that's concluded the show tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Last minute. We have to make some breakfast now. Look like she's ready to eat. That's okay. For that, people is still, my phone, guys, is like, I have like 65, 67 texts right now. So, you know, here's what it is. That's what we got tonight on the special edition of the Tuesday night, the Habs Summer Target. Hopefully you enjoy it. We want to thank Ron, the moderator. The only goal, but a great goal, Larry Lavalley. We win tonight by the score 1-0. And then for all the people, click on the likes. All the people show up tonight. And all the people turn on when we are here. You are the only reason we back every night, almost every night, is because you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Exactly the reason you are the one, the unique person with greatness. Hopefully an amazing, great week so far. Tuesday night already be done. I'm ready for you Wednesday. End of the month of July. 2 more days. Then we're going to move on from August. 70 days before the beginning of the season. We're getting there. One day at a time. We're going to start next week. A little bit more news around the Montreal about the NHL. We're missing this, right? We want to talk more. It's coming. Stay calm. Be patient. We're going to get there. Until then, my friend, be well. BL. Find a way not only to dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the second half or what? Someone said 2025. It was a pleasure for me to entertain you for the last 2 hours. I can't wait to see you the next time. Until then, the Hockey Nation, the Ab Nation, and all the cheese and Thailand want to tell you one more thing. We love you, friends. Have a great night, everybody. I can wait to see you next time. If you leave the building, don't forget, please, to click on the likes. If you want to help in the channel, subscribe, like, and become a member of the channel or a member of my Patreon. And of course, you can follow me on my X account. The new one is Habs Nation Live. You can follow me on the Facebook at the Hockey Nation Live Show, Facebook. And then, of course, you can follow the channel. Click on the bell to get all the notifications. And that's all for me. I can wait to see you tomorrow night with Marco Larabie. My friend Marco be with us. Every time, guys, to pray and think about the inner tap. Steve McNair, mom, Larry Lavalley, wife, Gary Conroy, Ross Tumbington. I missed one. I don't know. Thanks, everybody. Pete, Guy, Billy, Larry, Harry, Luc Laporson, P.S., Martin Vazinet, Mark Elliott, Shelton Hughes, and many others. Good night, everybody. Booyah! Good night. Peace out.